the taxi's round there. Well, thanks for everything, girls. I've had a wonderful time, and I'll tell you what, I've got some smashing snaps. I'll see you later, then.
Here, ain't you going to offer a lift? It's the least you can do after what that bird's done for you.
I would, only, well, it's a bit tactless, see ya? My missus is picking me up.
Oh, yeah.
See you then.
They're all the same, these photographers.
They live by the golden rule, love. It ain't adultery on location.
Well, should we share a taxi then?
Might as well, love. Cool, me dogs ain't half barking.
What?
Me feet hurt.
Mine too. We ain't been off for 4 days.
Well, I ain't, love, but I don't know about you. Dear little soul, he must have come to pick me up. Here, Charles! What you, Adam and Eve? I've been gone 4 days and he's at it already. Oh, Lorraine, I'm going to miss you ever so much. 2 seconds later, out pops the little black book. I bet it's been a different one every evening.
Perhaps she is his secretary.
Not her, Astrid. I've spoken to his secretary hundreds of times. She's about 55 with a big hat and sensible shoes. No, that is a bit on the side.
Oh, I couldn't wait to see you. That's what I got wrong, Sean. But I thought that you are a bit on the side.
Astrid, you start splitting hairs, love, and you'll be on that plane back to Sweden.
Come on, let's go back to the flat and have a bottle of champagne.
Come on, let's get home.
Here they are, having done their bit for the export drive.
Knock it on the head, will you, Dad? You could have given us a hand with the bags.
I've looked after the flat for you, haven't I?
I don't know, it's difficult to tell.
I hoovered it only yesterday, and the fridge is full of food. Oh, well, here's the receipt for when you want to settle up.
Oh, cheers.
Did you get me duty-frees?
Yeah, here's your scotch as usual.
Oh, tough.
I treated you and all. There's a packet of cigars in there.
Oh.
And I'll bring you this. It is Maltese wine.
Oh, thank you, Astrid, my love. What's it? Poisson.
It's pronounced poison. With every bottle, you get a free stomach pump.
I gather from your umpty attitude that Malta was no great shakes.
It was nice, I think.
Oh, yeah, lovely. My hotel room looked over 12 dustbins and a coal hole.
What's up with her?
Why you not tell him?
I saw Charlie at the airport, didn't I?
Oh, picked you up, did he? That was nice of him.
It wasn't me he was picking up.
No, it was a bit of trumpet.
Crumpet.
Oh, dear. Out of sight, out of mind, eh? Well, how do you know it's serious, Rain? What was he, picking her up? Well, there we are, then, an old friend.
Very old. About 19 and a half.
I see.
Oh, it's all gone reels of cotton, Dad.
Cotton?
Rotten.
He had your full seat. You was taken in by his Tory charm and smarm. Now he showed himself in his true colours.
If you don't mind, Dad, I'd rather not talk about it.
You can't trust them, that lot. They change their women like me and you change our sheets.
Leave it out, Dad. You don't change your sheets.
Not since your mother left me, no. That's women's work.
The dirty stop-out. I trusted him. I know there's a biller, but, well, that's all above board, isn't it?
I'm afraid you're learning one of life's bitter lessons, Lorraine, and you might as well listen, Astrid, since you're a long way from home and I'm here in loco parentis, so to speak. The truth is, when the cat's away, the mice do play.
I do not understand.
What he means, love, is when the cat goes out the door, the mice can't wait to put it about a bit.
What I'm trying to say is, men are not to be trusted.
Yeah, Mum told me that, Dad. Before she left you.
Caroline, your very good health. I must say you are looking absolutely ravishing.
Isn't she?
Thank you, Freddie. Are you still doing the same thing?
No, yes, much the same.
Oh, he's got more responsibility now. Sometimes you go to the office twice a week, don't you?
If it's absolutely unavoidable not to, yes.
Still unattached?
Oh, yes, yes, bachelor gay.
While you're staying with me, Freddie, I wish you wouldn't use that word. It's so easily misconstrued.
Now that Charles is a member of Parliament, he's become terribly sensitive about his image.
Well, if he gets pompous, I shall do what I always do. Tickle
Oh,
him.
no, not that piece. I promise not to be pompous.
Caroline, do have some more champagne.
No, thanks. I'm going to go take a bath. Then I'm going to call some friends and have a little zizz.
But, darling, I booked a table at La Fontana.
Terrific. I'm going to have fresh asparagus and English lobster.
From sunny Madagascar, no doubt, but it'll probably taste pretty good.
Can't wait. See you later.
Charles, if Caroline is going to be living under the same roof, I'm not sure that I can trust myself.
You can't, Freddie. And nor can I, which is why you're moving out.
Out? You're chucking me out?
While Caroline is here, absolutely.
But where shall I go?
How about your flat?
I've already told you, lovey, I cannot abide the smell of new paint.
Well, go and get some fresh air. Go and see your mum.
Well, I can't. My mother lives in Derbyshire, and I never go further north than the Odeon Swiss cottage.
I'm sorry, Freddie, but I am absolutely adamant. I've only got Caroline for a few precious days, and I don't want you around. You've only got to have 2 huge gins, and you get the purple mist and won't take no for an answer.
I can't go to my club. I haven't paid my subscription since '67.
Well, that's your problem, not mine. I must call Lorraine.
How many years is it since '67?
I'm sure it's today that she gets back from Malta. It's a bit tricky, you see.
What?
Well, with Caroline here and everything, she doesn't know about her, you see.
Charles, do you realise that I haven't paid for 13 years?
Oh, could we settle up for them groceries, love?
Oh, if you like, then, Dad, hold on. Yeah. How much was it?
£6.20.
I've only got 2 fives.
Oh, that'll do. We'll call it quits. Thanks for the duty-free, love. And the cigars. Bye-bye, Astrid. Thanks for the what's-its-name. I'll give you a bell, Rainey.
Yeah, all
Bye-bye.
right,
I'll
love.
see you next week.
Bye, Mr. Potts. Here. Hang on. That Perisher's done me for 4 sobs. If that's his nibs, I ain't in.
Hello? Oh, hello, Charles. I am well, I think.
I'm still in Malta.
We are still in Malta.
What do you mean you're still in Malta, Astrid? I'm talking to you.
I'm not speaking to him.
Lorraine will not speak to you on the telephone.
But what am I meant to do? Send a carrier pigeon?
Don't you tell him what I saw. I want to see if he comes clean.
What's the matter with her? I've just heard her.
She has, I think, taken the dead needle.
I don't understand you, Astrid. Is that translated from the Swedish?
She is upset with you.
But why, for heaven's sake?
Oh, I cannot explain over the telephone.
Oh, I get it. She's there and you can't talk. Now, do you think you could meet me for some lunch and explain?
I could. I just have to change my face.
Change your face. Now, listen. Do you know Giovanni's? It's in the King's Road. It's down on the right-hand side, past the fire station. Will you meet me there in an hour?
Yeah. And if you take my advice, you will come clean.
Come clean? Of course I shall come clean. I'm always immaculate.
Trouble?
Lorraine won't talk to me.
Oh, dear. Oh, dearie, dearie me, la donna immobile, what?
What are you talking about?
Charles, you see, women are fickle, and if I've ever learnt anything about them, it is that they cannot be trusted. Now, Lorraine has gone off on a modelling jaunt in sunnier climes and obviously found some chap.
But she's been to Malta. They don't have chaps in Malta.
Ah, but they do, Admiral. Pimping is their national pastime.
That is a sweeping statement about a very plucky little nation.
Are you bucking for the Foreign Office or something?
I also think it is a scurrilous slur on Lorraine's character. I wish you to withdraw those remarks.
Withdrawn. But, Charles, what are you going to do?
I am going to have lunch with Astrid and find out exactly what Lorraine has been up to.
Hello, Charles.
Hello, Astrid. How sweet of you to come. Do sit down. What do you like?
Oh, I like skiing, swimming, and sex.
No, that's not quite what I meant. What would you like to drink?
The same as you, I think.
A champagne cocktail, please. Now then, how was Malta?
It is nice, but hard work.
Oh, hard work, yes, but I'm sure in the evenings you must have had time to enjoy yourselves. You must have gone to bars and little restaurants and explored the island. Didn't people take you and Lorraine out?
Charles, you are jealous, I think.
Yes, good Lord, no. Who took Lorraine out?
You are very naughty. You like your cake buttered on both sides with jam on it and a little bit on the side.
I don't quite follow your gastronomic metaphor.
You are not the one to point the finger.
Oh, but Astrid, you don't understand. I'm in love with Lorraine. At least, I think I am, which is the same thing.
And you are engaged to Sibylla.
Oh, yes, of course I am, but that's different. She's my fiancée. She's not a bit on the side.
And this other girl.
But there is no other girl. There is only Lorraine.
And Sibylla.
Yeah, but that's only two of them. It's a perfectly respectable number. Most men are far worse than I am. Look at Freddie. He has about 11 of them. He rotates them. It's positively indecent.
He's nice, Freddie, I think.
Nice, Freddie? You don't live with him. He's got them wherever you look. There's a Charlotte or a Susie or a Celia. My milkman thinks I'm Superman. My dear Astrid, compared to Freddie, I'm a paragon of virtue.
Then there is no other woman?
Of course there's no other woman. Oh, my God.
What is it?
It's the other woman. I'm afraid I've got to leave you rather suddenly. I'm terribly sorry about this.
Scusi, Signor Latimer.
I am not Signor Latimer.
Charles? Charles, is that you, Charles? Charles, that is you. I'd know those feet anywhere.
Yes, I think so. Ah, Sibylla.
Hello, Freddie.
Yes, Charles isn't in.
I know.
He's at lunch.
I know, I saw him at lunch. Who's leaving?
Oh, I am. I'm going to stay at the Cadogan for a few days. Not wanted on voyage.
Yes, well, I can't say I'm sorry to see you go, Freddie.
Oh?
It has to be said, you're a thoroughly bad influence on Charles.
Oh, I don't see why. I've done my best to help him cut down on the brandy.
It's your attitude to the opposite sex, Freddie, and Charles is so easily led.
On the contrary, Sibylla, I am a cynic and Charles is an incurable romantic.
It is incurable romanticism I wish to speak to him about.
Well, I think he'll be a while.
I shall wait, if necessary, till hell freezes over.
Yes, but I think I'll be going to my office.
You sure they're still going to be there, Freddie? It's almost 4.
Yes, but if they're not, I shall want to know the reason why. Goodbye, Sibylla. Oh, Lorraine.
Hello, Fred's in.
No, he's with his constituents, I think.
And I'll wait, won't I?
Well, I don't think it's a very good idea, Lorraine,
Quite
because
honestly,
you see...
Fred, I don't care what you think. I'm having it out with his nibs.
Oh, dear.
Well, I think I'll be going. I loathe the sight of blood.
I'm Lorraine, remember?
The model, yes. And I'm Sibylla.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I don't think there's much point in waiting in the hall. Why don't you come through? Would you like a drink?
No, thanks.
I'm sure Charles has some tea somewhere, if only I can find it.
It's in the cupboard above the...
Oh, you know where it is, do you?
Look, I know you've sussed at Charlie and I,
Yes, well, you are, aren't you?
Not as often as you think, mate.
Once is too often, as far as I'm concerned.
Look, well, you don't have to worry about it, because I've come here to break it off.
Oh?
Our Charlie thinks he's a bit of a Jack the Lad.
A Jack the what?
Casanova, dear. You turn your back and wallop is in there. And I've come round here to let him know I'm on to him. In a civilised manner, of course. I'm willing to hear his side of things. And then I'm going to punch his lights out.
Punch his lights out. How very quaint. Yes, I had something similar in mind. Shall we spin a coin?
Eh?
To decide which one of us gets first swing at the brute.
Oh, don't worry, lovely. What I've got to say will be very short and sweet. Take about half a minute.
Ah, well, in that case, you better go first. I'm going to pull out his arms, one by one. It might take a little bit longer.
You've obviously heard about his, latest.
The new Miss Wonderful, yes, I've seen her. Have you?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose she's what he would call a nice bit of stuff.
You wouldn't call her ugly, would you?
Well, let me put it this way. What she has, one is made terribly aware of. You see, Charles is going through a midlife crisis. You're one symptom of it, and she's another.
Here, hang on a minute, lovely. You're the one engaged to him. Charles and me are just mates.
Oh, is that what they call it these days? I thought it was just polar bears and pandas that had mates.
Now, look, there's no point in us getting uppity with each other. As it happens, we might both be out of the picture now.
Well, I don't give up that easily. I'm not about to be elbowed aside in favour of some brassy blonde.
Blonde? She was dark when I last saw her.
No, blonde, with one of those terribly common uplift bras. I saw her at lunch looking like somebody's off-duty au pair, straight off the boat from Oslo.
Well, that ain't the one I saw him with, mate. She was straight off the cover of Vogue, thin, elegant, and most definitely not blonde.
Now, let me just get this very clear. You say you saw this girl with Charles today?
Yeah, this morning. He had his arms round her and everything.
And you had a very good view of her?
Oh, yeah, don't worry. I gave it a good butcher's.
Blonde?
Dark.
Buxom?
Thin.
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
There's two of them.
Well, I'm not staying here another minute. You can have him. I'm leaving.
Oh, no, you ain't, lovely. If anyone's leaving, I am.
As his fiancée, I claim the right to leave first.
Hello? Hello, Astrid, love. Look, can you get the jam jar round to Charlie's place? Give us a lift home. What? No, love. I went out with a net to cheer myself up, didn't I? Came round here on impulse. I wish I hadn't now. You wouldn't believe what's happening round here. He's knocking them off like they're going out of style. There must be hundreds of them. I don't know where he finds the time.
Oh, hello.
Blimey, they're crawling out the woodwork. I'll speak to you later, Astrid.
I'm sorry, did I startle you?
Nothing surprises me round here anymore.
Do you care for any?
No, thanks.
I'm Caroline.
Yeah, I know. I didn't recognise you straight off. You're the one at the airport. Well, you got the coast clear, love, because we're jacking it in.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
I used to be a friend of Charlie's. He told me I was 1 in a million. I've only just worked out what he meant.
Well, don't go so quickly. He'll be back soon. He had to go round to your permanent undersecretary.
Yes, I know. A blonde with big knockers.
Well, can I give Daddy any message?
Daddy? Who's Daddy when he's at home?
Daddy's Charles.
How long you been his daughter, then?
Since I was born.
He never told me. God, he's a sneaky old man. Well, I owe you an apology, love, for having a dig at you and everything. I totally misconstrued. How'd you do?
Pleased to meet you. And you are?
Lorraine. But if things work out right, you can call me Mum.
Am I forgiven?
Of course you are, Charles.
Though I don't know why I need forgiveness. I've been trying to call you all day.
I got dead jealous.
Yeah, I did too. I thought you were fooling about in Malta with another bloke.
Did you? Why didn't you tell me that you had a daughter?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose I thought you'd think I was awfully old.
You're not old, Charlie. You're as young as you feel.
Mm. Well, I can assure you on days like this, I feel very old indeed.
What was her mum like?
Amanda? Oh, terribly English, you know, a bit like Sibylla, I suppose. Her dad was a diplomat and her mum was a duchess's daughter and I was an idiotic young Deb's delight, perpetually swilling down champagne.
I wish I'd have known you then. But I was probably still in a pram outside Woolworths at Deptford at the time.
We were only married a year or so. We had a little flat in Knightsbridge and pretended we were terribly poor. And then I suppose the 60s happened. And all of a sudden she started growing strange plants in the window box and turning on and dropping out, that sort of thing. Anyway, one day she met a roadie at somebody's dance and when I got home there was a note.
Oh, dear John, eh?
Mm. The next time I saw her was in the King's Road. She had Caroline in a kind of pouch on her back, like a Red Indian squaw. Later she went home to her dad, of course. And the next time I saw her, she'd married this American with 15 racehorses and a house in the Bahamas. Oh, it was the best thing in the world for Caroline. She went to all the best schools and had a whale of a time.
She's nice, Caroline. We had a good chinwag. Turns out you're a bit possessive.
Well, absolute nonsense. As far as I'm concerned, Caroline is old enough to do whatever she likes with anyone she likes.
It's a shame she ain't coming out to dinner with us later.
Oh, she is. I booked a table at La Fontana.
Oh, no, she ain't. She said to tell you that she thought it was better if we had dinner à deux. You know, just the two of us.
Oh, how thoughtful. That is typical of her. But I don't want her to spend her first night in London alone.
Oh, she ain't on her own. She went out about, half hour before you come in.
Oh, splendid. Who with?
Freddie.
I'll kill him.
All of my life I seem to be waiting for half of a chance with someone like you. Now that you're asking, half of me saying